guys, I haven't done a weekend vlog in like a long time, probably like a year, I don't know, but I just feel like vlogging today. Just now I was rushing cause I'm going to go meet a friend for like a catch up now, and I haven't seen her and her daughter for like a long time. Yeah, it's my OT uni friend, so quite excited to see her. So I'll go and meet her now. So okay, bye. So what I just wanted to give you an update is that I have worked 1 year at my new company, and I remember the last video that I posted about my weekend life thing was me interviewing for jobs, and then here I am, found a job at a new company, and I've been there for a year, so woohoo! So I just had my 1 year check-in with my director. That went really well, so I'll tell you more later. I'll catch you later, bye. Anyway, back to the yapping while I walk back to the car. So you can tell that my nose is like quite clogged, because last week I did some virus, so I was down for like the whole week. And so it just ate up all my personal leave just like that. Like, so now my personal leave hours is like negative. But anyway, so I just caught up with my friend and something that I realized in my 20s, right, now that I'm reaching my 30s, is that adult friendships, right, really need some effort to pick up the phone and just to send a text of like, hello, how's everyone doing? Or like when I go back home to Singapore, to like text, hi, I'm back, are you free to catch up? And I was like thinking about why is it the case lah. As people are saying, you know how when you're in school, you see these people every day, your environment is built in a way that is easy for you to build and start developing all the bonds lah that's necessary for a friendship. But then as you get older, like you move to different countries, you don't see them every day. That's one reason of it. Another key part that I noticed, right, is that now that I've been working for like 3 years plus, entering my 4th year, it's during the weekend, catching up with my friends isn't part of my weekend routine. Because now I realize my weekend routine, I only have Saturday, Sunday, and then I need to like engage in like my leisure occupation, which is like I need to like go exercise, I need to buy my groceries, I need to do my chores. All this in itself, and then you want to sleep in. It really takes up like more than 1 day already. Then the other day you're just happy to like just, you know, go play badminton a bit, go out eat lunch a bit, and you sleep a bit, walk a bit. Then there's like 2 days. So in this precious limited 2 days, you won't have the I catch up with an old friend. So it made me realize, I really need to put in the effort to like pick up the phone, just drop them text like, hello, when are you free for a catch up on Sunday brunch? Then rather than sleeping in, I will make the effort to, okay, I will meet them earlier. I will wake up and then meet them to catch up instead. Or like I will put in the effort to give them a video call. So this is what I noticed. But random yapping, but yeah, that's all. So yeah, I'm gonna go back home and do my chores. So okay, bye. Oh my god, wait. I have a new baby growing! Yes! Laundry, and I can't believe I have reached the age where I remember last time my father loved like watering his plants, like taking good care of his plants. Then I'm like thinking, 植物这样子 take care of plants 有什么好玩的 like seriously. And then now, me who is in my late 20s now, can't believe I actually bought one of the plants, the one that has like a new bud that's sprouting. Oh my god, I can't believe I bought that as a Christmas present for myself. Oh my god, what did growing up do to me? I have become that old person, my goodness. Okay, I've been somewhat recovered from the virus already, but my nose is still clogged and I still got the phlegm, so it's quite irritating. Next weekend, I'll be playing a tournament with my 2 partners. I'm playing women's double and mixed doubles. I haven't competed in a while, so I'm a little like out of touch, I feel. Anyways, it's a bit random, so every weekend I just did the laundry, bought groceries, hang out with friends, catch up a bit, and then now 2:45, almost 3, I got training later at 5 o'clock for badminton, then go and play socials, go eat supper, and that's one day. So that's pretty much my weekend. I actually am very proud of myself for being able to bring up the conversation of advocating for myself to ask for like a pay raise since I'm at the company for 1 year already, and I'm actually very proud of myself because I'm not good at doing things like this like 感觉有点不要脸咯 like 就是老板我在这里做1年了 like 给我加薪我要那个 kaching you know. So like I did so much research and effort into like preparing my speech to the director and then really reflecting about my strengths and my improvement that I made the past 1 year. Being able to tell my director I would like to request for like a salary review because of XYZ improvement, and I took a look at the market rate these days, yada. So, and I think I held my ground pretty well, so I'm quite proud of myself, to be honest. Like, and also 2 days ago, just some update, because I'm working for one of the NDIS service provider now. And bad news is that for those who don't know what is NDIS, in short, it stands for National Disability Insurance Scheme. Put it in very simple terms, is taxpayer money, the money that we pay to our akong, aka the government. So what the government, the Australian government would do is they'll take this taxpayer money, which includes myself, and then they'll distribute it to these people with disability. So like for example, in my case, I work with a lot of like autistic children. Government will allocate this funding to these families, and the families are free to go and look for any service providers who are out there in the community. So I'm just working in one of the many service providers who are out there in the community, and I'm one of the many therapists who are working out there. So recently, just few days ago this week, the NDIS released their annual pricing review or guidelines. It's like a menu of any updates on like the pricing. So right now they are charging OTs 193.99 per hour. For example, if I travel to a school, I take 15 minutes, they will charge the family 15 minutes times 193.99. Now with the latest changes, right, they are slashing the travel cost to $97 per hour. So this will literally directly impact the amount of income that we can get from these families, like for the organisation that I'm working for, and not just for the service provider that I'm working for at the moment. Is literally going to affect all service provider, like NDIS service provider out there in the community. So I can imagine right now, all the directors and all the bosses are quite literally stressing now. So I don't know how exactly this is going to impact like my career development, because it's really not a very good side in the sense where, because if the company is earning lesser, you can't cover your costs, then 你要怎样？你要 cut costs, then you need to cut away admin, then the therapist need to take on the admin. It will just create a lot of like more work for the therapist. 你要怎样？你会 burn out, yada. I'm quite curious to see what the directors of all the organizations or all the service provider will be doing right now, especially those who are primarily that have a larger base of physiotherapists, because in Western Australia they are reducing like the price rate from 193.99 and they are slashing the rate to 183.99. I personally am quite curious to see how this will play out, and hopefully it won't affect my career development too much, because I really am enjoying my learning right now at this current company that I'm working for. So yeah, we shall see. And my Temu stuff has arrived, and I also bought some stuff from IKEA, some organizer, so I'm gonna organize them. So that's all. Okay. Sunday means chores day. Do meal prep, clean the house, organize my room, fold my clothes. I think Camilla's sleeping, so let's just start off with the meal prep first. I'm going to be making pasta for lunch. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea first, and then away all this dry stuff. So normally every morning when I wake up, I try and pack away so that when I see stuff lying around, I feel very I don't feel good inside. How gloomy the weather is. Going to be yapping obviously while I talk and do my meal prep. So I'm going to be cooking Shimeiji mushroom bacon pasta. I'm going to saute the mushrooms first to release the umami flavor. It's a really simple recipe and quite a good meal to like meal prep, because you need like bacon, then you get your mushroom, then you get your meat, then you get a bit of your garlic. It's a very savoury and fragrant pasta which I hit from time to time quite often when I'm meal prepping, and I learned this from like a recipe online. My week has been so draining in a sense where last week I was off sick, so I didn't go to work last week, and then today I went back to like a 5-day work week, so it's like a bug. My mind and my system and my body, and I'm not like completely recovered. I've forgotten how cognitively demanding my job can be. I realized that for like health professionals, and of course for any other corporate jobs, not just to say that only my job is tiring lah, but only until I fell sick, that was when I realized how cognitively demanding my job is, especially with all the switching in between your clients as you go from school visit to home visit, and then you read another email about another client. So there's a lot of like switching back and forth, and this in itself, it can be quite draining, I feel. And not to mention, I had some really difficult sessions this week, which I'm like and then I'm still coughing. And then next week I'm actually having my tournament, and I'm starting to feel a little nervous because I haven't competed for a long time. I realized that when it comes to tournament, I always have this very weird expectation of, oh, you must release 100% of your potential, of your skills on court. Indirectly, I create a lot of like pressure on myself. So I realized I have this like indirect pressure that I give to myself, like, oh, must release all my potential, when like none of my partners, whether it's my women's doubles partner or whether it's my mixed doubles partner, that they are like pressurizing me in that way lah. So it's a lot of pressure that I give myself, and then this is creating a lot of like anxiety in me. Remember my 2025 resolution? One of mine is to be able to set realistic goals for myself. So I think for this upcoming tournament, trying to now reframe my expectation that I set for myself. So rather than I must be able to release 100% of my potential, which in itself is a bad goal because it's too vague, I'm going to tell myself, because of how freaking cold is the weather, because it's winter now, I'm going to set the goal as, even if I'm nervous, even if I'm anxious, I'm still going to try my very best to bring the shuttle over the net, regardless of the quality. So I think if all I need to do is to bring the shuttle over the net, it's a lot more manageable, and I think I feel a lot more like within my means and within my ability and control lah. Another thing that I want to tell myself, told my coach like Fabian about it lah, that I feel a bit like nervous for it, actually a bit anxious, and he just said, but you train so hard, you will be able to play any shot that you want one, so 你不用怕 like 你敢敢来 So now I realized, yeah, that's true lor. Like I've been training so hard every single week, and these few weeks of training really have been quite brutal lah. So in a good way, of course. My goal next week, and if I'm scared, I will do my best to play the shot that I want until I get it, and as long as I get the shuttle over the net, everything else doesn't matter. So that'd be my goal. I don't know know why, even though I'm nervous for the tournament, because a lot of the anxiety is coming from me being worried that I can play the shot that I want to. I'm trying to embrace that little anxious little child in me that's telling me, oh Beatrice, I do have the ability and the skills to do that. And I myself actually know it because I just do, because I've been working so hard. I just wanted to give myself a bit of validation on the efforts that I've been putting in so far. And I do believe that that day it will show up in terms of the results. So yeah. Woohoo! Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Maybe someday you'll see it's better to have you anymore. But once on the
Okay, so I bought more like boxes, an organizer, and a toolbox because there's a mess. And I cannot wait to transfer my stuff in this toolbox that's just like a hairdryer box into an actual toolbox, because it's clear and I can see what I actually have. I've literally been using this as a box since like I came to Australia, which is like what, 7 years ago. Dun! Yay! Yes, nice. Okay, you can say bye to this box.
I'm still wide-eyed. You said soon, but soon feels late. I'm stuck in this waiting.
Oh, this is some crazy fog.
Counting all my problems, one by one they're falling down on me. One more day in Paris, paradise is not what it's made to be.